My friend, Yankel did not know what to do. He was so confused. There he was, learning every single day for 8 hours. He married the richest man in the village's daughter. Yet when it came to Shabbos, davening Shabbos, his davening was cold. And when it came to Kiddush, it was ice. But in Shul, Reb Motel, the Chassid, would daven with a fire. And after Yankel would finish a Shabbos meal and take a walk, he would walk by Motel's window and hear him making Kiddush with a fire. But what did Motel do all week? He had in his one room house, the front of the room, he had a little grocery store where he had a sack of sugar, sack of flour, and a box of eggs. How could he be so spiritually excited about Shabbos when that's what he does all week? Wondered Rabbi Yankel. Well, he decided it must be that there's two separate tracks. There's learning Torah all week, and then there's preparing for Shabbos, Hachana l'Shabbos. So he said, you know what? I am going to prepare for Shabbos. How is he going to prepare? He decided he's going to learn Masechta Shabbos, and he's going to go to the mikveh of Shabbos. And he does that. Now he wants to know, what is the secret of Reb Motel? How does he prepare for Shabbos that he's so on fire for Shabbos? So he walks by his house, and it's already Shabbos afternoon, late afternoon, and the flour was finished, the sugar was finished, and the eggs were finished. And the shiksa was bringing new sacks of flour, new sacks of sugar, and he was talking to her and paying her. And Reb Yankel, the Talmud Chacham, said, you know what? If that's what he's doing before Shabbos, he's involved with his work, he is not going to be inspired the Shabbos. I'm going to be ahead of the game. Came Shabbos, and Reb Yankel, the Talmud Chacham, came to Kabbalah Shabbos. He was frozen like a gefilte fish in the freezer. Ice! When he came to make Kiddush, it was like the Arctic, like an igloo. He had no feelings. He wasn't inspired about Kiddush. He just wanted to eat and drink and enjoy. But he said, you know what? One thing I know is that Reb Motel is not going to have an inspiring Kiddush. And after his meal, he walked by Yankel's window, and he heard him with a bigger fire than ever, saying, Yoim Hashishi vayechul hashamayim. Rabbi Yankel couldn't figure it out. He had to put his ego on the side and said, you know what? I'm going to ask Reb Motel. Reb Motel, where do you have koyach? Erev Shabbos, you're talking with a shiksa, you're selling weed. So Rabbi Motel answered him and said like this, when you are making Kiddush, you're thinking about my shiksa. When I'm doing business with the shiksa, I'm thinking about Kiddush. And that's what the Torah tells us, a yid with betachin, sheishis yom te'aseh melachtecha. The terminology should have been taseh. Taseh is a shem pu'ula. You do the work. No. The Torah says, sheishis yomim te'aseh. The work is done on its own. My mind the whole week is about Kiddush. I go to work 6 days of the week, it's all about Kiddush. And then it's Shabbos, Shabbos and Lavaya. Yid knows that Parnasa comes from Hashem. Shabbos is Mekir HaBracha. And Shabbos is what gives me the bracha. Have a wonderful day. B'tah